What's going on, everybody? So I know it's been a long time since I've been on here, and I've just been super busy, and really it's just been a matter of just kind of figuring out what I'm doing. Um, I'm still in school. A lot of my stuff's online now, which is a story for another time. And I've got my first job, which has been something that's been really taking up a lot of my time. So I've also kind of been procrastinating doing this because I could have done it, but I just haven't been. But a lot of it's just a matter of things getting in the way, and I'm just trying to figure a lot of this stuff out. So I apologize, but I wanted to do at least an update video where I'm at, and kind of wanted to show you some new things I've gotten since then. So I've kind of updated you where I'm at, which is I'm still in school doing stuff online and also working on my job. But besides that, I'm still been trying to discover new films to watch. The newest film I watched recently, I can actually call new, was Kingsman: The Golden Circle, and that's been a film I've been anticipating this whole year. And at least when this goes up, Blade Runner 2049 comes out, and I want to see that, but I also want to watch the first Blade Runner first before I see it, because I've heard and I've been told that seeing the first one makes the experience better, but I don't have to watch it. But I want to watch it because it's one of those films that's been on my list to see, and I have not yet seen it. So, but you're pretty much still caught up to date with me now. As to what I got new, I've gotten some games, but what I'm going to show you are an update to my movie collection. So primarily what I've gotten has been Blu-rays, because that's been my goal, to get more Blu-rays. So I'm going to show you the ones I've gotten since my last video collection video, which is over an hour long, which necessarily really shouldn't have been, because it's not a big collection, and I've added some random stuff I probably shouldn't have, like I'm probably doing right now. But that aside, I just kind of wanted to give you what I've gotten since then, and that I'm still collecting, and I'm still trying to expand my horizons when it comes to cinematic films to watch. So, all that being said, I'm going to show you the new ones I've gotten. So, for those of you who watched my unboxing video, I mentioned that I'm a huge Disney buff. And I truly am, especially when it comes to old Disney. Even back in the 20s. It's like 20s through the 60s. The whole Walt Disney period is my place in which I know so much Disney facts. I know more, especially when it comes to Pixar, but around the Walt Disney period is where I get most of my Disney facts in. Because as a kid growing up, Walt Disney was a huge person that I really looked into and really researched. So every piece of information I get Disney related, if it's the parks, if it's about him or the company or whatever it comes down to, it files in my database and I store for that purpose. So the first two on my update would have to be these two. I've been wanting to collect the signature collections ever since Snow White came out. So these are the only two I have right now, Bambi and Beauty and the Beast. And Beauty and the Beast being one of my favorites, personally. But Bambi is still a great film. A lot shorter than I remember it. But I love the bonus features because it gives me more of that Disney history I've craved so much. And you're going to see a lot of combo packs because I like getting those. As expensive as they are, I still like getting them because it gives me the Blu-ray, DVD, and the digital copy. So there's that for practically everybody who loves Disney out there. My next film is La La Land. Probably one of my favorite films from last year. And for those who do not know, I am a huge musical movie fan because that's what I grew up watching with my mom a lot, and that's what we've bonded over. So I got La La Land and I've been hyped up for it when it came out. And when I watched it, absolutely loved it. The ending is something I did not expect. My mom hates, but I still enjoy the film no matter what. Damien Chazelle did a great job, as did the performances. As far as it should have been best film or not, I can't say. But I do say it should have been in the running. As opposed to if it would have won, I'm not sure. And I got the Walmart copy, which has an extra disc. And really, the extra disc seems kind of tacked on. And I don't understand why. Because all it is an interview with Scott Mantz and Damien Chazelle about the film and about Damien Chazelle in general, which I felt could have been packed on to the Blu-ray. But the fact that I at least have that is really neat. The next one on my list is Easy A. Not a great movie, but one I still really enjoy watching. Emma Stone shows off her true comedy chops, and it's one that I watched with my parents a little after I got it, and I love watching the actual version as opposed to the TV edit, which goes along with many other films. But it's not a great film, but one I still have fun watching. These next two films are kind of controversial, but I still like them. This next one I actually have grown to like more and more every time I watch it, and that is Man of Steel. The first time watching it, I thought it was okay. But with every viewing I have watched, I have grown to like it more and more. So, I have to say, Henry Cavill, I have grown to really appreciate as Superman and want to see more of him. Kevin Costner does a great job, as does Russell Crowe and Michael Shannon. I know he overacts, but I kind of really love it despite that. So Man of Steel is one I actually enjoy, despite how a lot of people don't like. This next one, another controversial one, I got Dawn of Justice. I know. It's not great. There are huge plot point issues. Nonetheless, I love watching these two back to back because of how they tie together. And there are still elements I really seem to like in this film. Ben Affleck does a great job as Batman. I can't wait to see him in Justice League. And hopefully in the Matt Reeves Batman film that they're going to try to implement in the DCU. But that aside, there are issues, especially with the third act. It becomes a monster movie. But I still enjoy elements of this, and it's a great companion piece to Man of Steel. So because of that, I got it. And if anybody has still not yet to see this and probably has stayed away from it due to reviews, I would say give it a shot, but when you see it, watch the ultimate cut, not the theatrical cut, because that cut is not great. They leave out points that I think should have been in the final version, but I get it. Not many people want to watch a 3-hour movie in theaters, so that makes sense. But when you do watch it, please watch the ultimate cut. It is the ultimate cut and the best cut. Speaking of cuts, I did get Blade Runner, the final cut. This has been one I've been needing to watch, still have to watch. Only saw 25 minutes, but I am still enjoying it. And because of Blade Runner 2049, I knew I had to get it, had to watch it. And so it's one of those films I know I really have to be invested in, and that's why I've put off watching it, because I know I really, really, really have to be prepared for it in order to watch. So I've been kind of reserved to watch this, but I will watch it soon as I can. This next one I've been wanting to see, and after watching it, it is definitely not something from my wheelhouse, but I would be lying if I said it was not good, and that's David Fincher's Gone Girl. I've heard so much about this, I've been wanting to see it, and I've only seen one other David Fincher movie, and that's The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, but I've tried to watch more of his stuff, this being the second one and the only other one I've watched. But I do want to watch The Social Network, and Seven is a must. But those aside, Gone Girl is a messed up, twisted story in which I would be lying if I didn't say it was very well put together. Ben Affleck does a great job in the film, as does Tyler Perry. And of course, Rosamund Pike absolutely steals the show. It's a great, twisted, psychological thriller, but it is such a good film. And I love that this version comes with a book, and it's just really neat. The next film is probably my favorite, but that's a Tarantino film, just to say that I never grew up watching Tarantino, and that's Inglourious. I will not finish the title. But growing up, I've never been able to watch Tarantino films because my mom does not like Tarantino due to his violence in films. But I did want to watch this because I do like World War II films. And the cast looked like a great cast. So I got it. I watched it. Definitely one of my favorite Tarantino films, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite film, or at least one of my favorite films. It's still a very great film. I highly suggest watching it. I will warn you, for those who don't like subtitles, be prepared. There are subtitles in this film, but open it with open arms, because I think for the story alone, it is very good to watch. And this last one, the last one is The Great Gatsby. Now, I got this because in high school we read the book, and the book is really good, probably one of my favorites. I understand there are people out there who think it's dull, and I understand that. It's the writing and the period of the 20s that I appreciate a lot. And that's why I got Gatsby. I have seen the Robert Redford 1970s version of Gatsby. It is much more faithful to the book. But when it comes to capturing the time period and the feel of the 20s, for the most part, this one does great service to that. But I think it is a little too in your face. That being said, I still enjoy moments of this film. I wish there was someone able to combine this one with the Robert Redford one, and then we'll get the ultimate Gatsby. But I still think that this is a decent movie. Not a great one, not a bad one. It is good, for the most part. So, that pretty much ends my Blu-ray update. And as you can see, I've tried to dig more and more into my wheelhouse of what I watch. I'm still trying to expand that. The next one I want to try to watch, besides Blade Runner, is Ridley Scott's Alien. I recorded on TV from HBO, and I have the director's cut recorded. That's what I'm wanting to watch, and that's one I've been needing to see. Fantastic Beast I have that I want to watch. because I've been trying to get into Harry Potter because I only watched the Sorcerer's Stone and both parts of the Deathly Hallows, which I know I've missed a lot, but I'm getting late in the game, and I do want to watch all of those eventually. Eventually I'll watch Lord of the Rings. I don't know when, but I definitely will watch it soon. Ghost in the Shell is definitely on my list of things to watch too. I really want to see that, and both ones. I know a lot of people do not like the new one, and because of the issue of whitewashing, which I have thoughts on and don't really want to dig into about right now, but I do want to watch both of those. So, now that we're done with the update, I guess this comes to the end of the video. But I do want to stress that you've not lost me yet. I do want to do some more things on my channel, but I don't know exactly what I want to do, how I'm going to do it necessarily. I know how to do it, but I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to unfold my channel, because at this point it's been a bunch of random videos and I want to finally find some sort of happy place to where I can define what my channel is. That way it's just not a channel of complete random videos. So I'll want to figure that out. But from what I want to do, I'm thinking of just doing movie reviews and look backs and first thoughts. I've had ideas of doing something called first time nostalgia, and it's basically just me watching famous films that people love that I have not yet watched, like your Lord of the Rings, your Aliens, your Predators, things of that nature that I have not yet watched but is on my list for me to see. And I want to do movie reviews eventually, because film is something that I really want to get into and has a huge part of me. And I might still do gaming. I think that is probably going to be more of, but I don't want to overly rely on that because it's a huge process to do. I'm limited to what I can do because of my computer not being in the best of conditions. There's so much stuff on it. My computer is completely slow because of how much stuff is on it. I need to get a new computer. But I think as to what I can do with gaming, I'm trying to figure that out. I want to do The Wolf Among Us because it's been announced that Season 2 is coming out. And I love Telltale games, and that's probably one of my favorite Telltale games. But I do want to do some Steam games since I have a lot of them that I can play now and know, for the most part, how to record. And I do want to do those eventually. But those aside, most of the ones I can do are retro games. That being from the NES to the Dreamcast. Those are where I'm stuck at, as well as your Game Boy games as well. That's what I'm stuck with because of how powerful, or in this case weak, my computer processing power is. But nonetheless, I do have ideas. Like I always state, I have ideas, but I don't have written in stone what I'm going to do. But that's why I have you guys. I want you guys to help me figure out and stick with me on my journey as I figure out what I want to do with this channel. I want to use this channel as a platform to share my thoughts, my opinions, my love for entertainment in general, and just to kind of, outreach to all you people of the internet. Because YouTube is a platform in which you can connect with people across not only the country but over the world about similar interests and loves of different things. And I want to reach out to those with similar tastes and maybe those that don't. I mean, I have opinions that some of you probably don't like, and you probably have opinions that I probably disagree with, but that's okay because I believe that a good debate is great. I don't think that we should be continuing shoving down our beliefs through people's throats, but do engage ourselves in good debate and have different opinions, and be okay with that. And that's one issue that I think a lot of us have issues with today. I mean, I feel like we're in an age in which everybody's opinion does matter, but we're taking it to a point in which that's what we believe. You have to believe what we believe, or else you're completely wrong or frowned upon, which I think is completely wrong. I think we all should have our difference of opinions, but yet go on our own ways and be respectful of others' opinions, and be one with each other as a big community and a big world as we get along. So, there's my weird out of the blue political rant, but please stick with me and help me on my journey to figuring out what I want to do, because you've not lost me. I want to do this, but I'm trying to figure it out very, very, very slowly. With school and work, it's going to be difficult, but I want to try and make it happen. So, also, for those of you who have not found out, because I said I'm doing my online classes, I am at home. I'm not doing a home tour because I don't want to show all you people my home, because I share it with other people that owes other people being my family, which is a blessing and a curse within each other. But still, some of the stuff's not completely mine, so I don't want to show you everybody else's stuff in my family. So the change of venue as to where I am is different, and I hope because of that I feel more relaxed. It's going to be weird doing it around my home where my family kind of is, but I've said this a million times. Please bear with me. Please help me figure out what I can do. Please encourage me to do more, because I want the push to really do more content on here, because I know this can be a fun thing to do, but I really want some backing, support, and help, and somebody to reach out and say that they really love the content and want to see more, because I feel that's what will help me drive. Anyways, this video is probably already 30 minutes long. I need to end it here. I've been rambling for who knows how long, so I'm going to leave you guys with that thought, and I thank you guys for watching. I don't have a computer to do my sound effects since I'm doing it on my phone, which I hope is good quality. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a comment down below. Like the video if you liked it, or dislike it if you didn't. Please give me your comments, because that's what will drive my content. Anyways, I hope you guys like it, and I see you guys in the next video. As I can turn this off. Sorry. Anyways, see you guys in the next video.